One more time, the comic book hit list is back at you. Welcome, I'm your host, Cool Ty. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Today, we're going to do an unboxing. Bam, I have to say, whoop, look at that. Did I get it right? Other way? This way? Degree grading. I actually have not one, but two degree grading unboxings to show you guys. So welcome back. As I said, today we're going to do another unboxing. If you saw my previous one, it was a PGX unboxing, had a lot of signatures in it. Some of these cards will have signatures in it as well. So I chose to go with degree grading. They are doing a lot of advertising. They're pumping out a lot of ads that I see throughout different spaces. And I wanted to try them. So I had reached out to them and asked them, would they do an interview? So I'm actually waiting to hear back from them. I've reached out to a few grading companies, card grading companies, because I see once again, the card grading market has skyrocketed in the number of grading companies, the number of people submitting cards, how the prices is going up. So just wanted to get a feel of some of the newer companies. In the past, I've graded with Beckett, PSA, GAI, GMA, and now I'm on to trying out degree grading. So these cards are going to run the gambit. There'll be some comic book cards. There'll be some sports cards. I am a very big card collector. I have thousands of cards, probably tens of thousands of cards, to be honest. And so I wanted to put some of these cards in cases to see what it looked like. They were having a great deal. I think it was 5 cards, $50. So I submitted some cards. My buddy submitted some cards. So we're just going to go through some of the cards and see what we got. At the end of the video, I'm also going to show you some personal cards from my own personal collection that I just like, that have great signatures, that are, of course, some sports and some comic book cards. So with that, let's go ahead and get going. So number one off the bat, I really do like these cases. I think the shape is very perfect when it comes to shipping and protecting the cards. And when you slide it off, I have to admit, that's pretty sweet. I think shipping is a major issue when it comes to grading and shipping any type of collectible. So I have to say right off the bat, degree, I'm really happy with the way you are shipping these cards out. I mean, that's pretty sick, I have to say. I mean, and that's a pretty strong box. I'm not worrying about that getting crushed or anything. I mean, it would take a lot to crush it. So anyway, here we go. Our first card is the Simone Biles card. It is her rookie card. Came back in a 7. Beautiful card. I like that. I actually have a few of these. I wanted to make sure I got some of those. I missed out on some of the other ones. The other one is a BJ Armstrong's rookie card. I'm not a big Bulls fan, but I do like BJ Armstrong. I really thought this card was going to come back a little bit higher, at least an 8. But there you have it. I think their grading was pretty on point. The next one is a 1990s Marvel Universe card. It is a Wolverine card. And most of these cards will go up for sale at some point. You just have to check back with me. And what I think I'll do is I'll actually put these cards in a mystery box. As you know, Comic Book Hit List does signature edition mystery boxes where we take your top 10 or your theme and we create your mystery box. Let's just say you are an Avengers fan. So you would get an Avengers book, maybe a West Coast Avengers book, a Hawkeye book, an Iron Man book, a Hulk book, a Captain America book. Any character that's tied to the Avengers, you could get in your mystery box if you went with, say, the theme of Avengers. You can email me at comicbookhitlist@yahoo.com. You can also find me on IG at comicbookhitlist.com. You can also leave a comment or a message below here. And please remember to like, share, subscribe the video. Please post it to all of the different platforms, so where your Facebook, your collector groups, whether you're on Facebook or IG or Snapchat or whatever the case it is. So I think these probably end up going into mystery boxes. So I've had these for a few months. I've just been crazy busy. But now I wanted to just show you guys what I picked up or what I submitted. Next is another 1990s Marvel Universe card. This is the Professor X card. Really cool card. Actually, I like him in the suit standing up. I like that. It's pretty slick. And one that I was really excited about, and I also have a few of these. These are very in line with the Simone Biles card. I got the 2001 Upper Deck Tiger Woods rookie card. That's a sweet card. And I got a few of those too. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to these. That's probably the dude's gonna go down as one of the greatest. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest golf players ever. And I like to play a little golf. I take my daughters, even my wife, we go play a little golf every so often to go to the driving range. So we enjoy it. So this next set of cards, I have had these cards for a while, and I've really wanted to submit them. These are the 1975 Topps comic book heroes, and this whole thing actually builds a puzzle, and I've been holding on to these for a very long time. I have a few sets of them. Same with the Marvel sticker set, and you'll see one of those cards a little bit later. But I've been wanting to submit these for a very long time. I knew they weren't in great condition. They had been handled a great deal. Even when I bought the set from the collector, I didn't actually build these. I wasn't collecting back then. When I bought this set from the collector at an eclectic shop, I think one in California, one in Virginia, wherever I was traveling. I purchased a few sets. I always knew I wanted to get them graded. And this is, of course, this is the Fantastic Four cover. So these are some pretty sweet cards. I like them. They're very low grades. It is what it is. But I knew they were going to be great. They have rounded edges. There are dings on them. They're off-centered. The coloring has changed on them, but I still enjoy them and I like them. So here is this is the middle center. This is the middle center card. This is a 1. Yeah, these bad boys were beat up, but I wanted them anyway. Here is the top left. As you can see, that's the Marvel Fantastic Four number 100 cover that they put into 9 cards. And I have to get the other ones graded. This is only a few of them. I'm going to get the whole set graded, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, but soon. Next, we have the top center card that came back as a 2. So the first ones were, I'm sorry, that's a 5, excuse me. The first ones are graded a 1. Again, they're old, they've been beat up. You'll realize that. Very few middle grade or near mint cards in this collection, from what I've come to find out. If you do know someone who has it, drop a link in the comments, and I'll definitely check out the video. So here is the top center card. It's good condition. It's a 5, middle grade. I'll take that. But then again, I'll pretty much take it all because it doesn't really matter. Because most of these are this particular set will stay in my own PC. But you can also see how it's just horribly off-centered. The next one is the top right corner, and that also came back as a 5 as well. And if I just put these cards together, let me see if I can give you a quick set out. Bam, look at that. That's what they look like. I'll put them all together, make sure there's a picture up here. But that's what they all look like. That's the set. But yeah, definitely off center. You can actually just tell by the 2 corner pieces how way more white border on this end than on this end. But anyway, that also came back as a 5 as well. So 2 1s, 1 5, and this last card actually ended up being the higher grade of the set. And I now have 4 more cards to submit from this set to get the whole cover piece. And it's on the back, of course, it's a checklist to get the whole cover set graded, all 9 cards. And this is the middle left. This is the middle left card. And this came back a 7. I like that. I'm sure somebody is just sitting around with these great high-end cards that have been really well protected and pristine from years and years and years of staying safe. No one knew that this would happen, right? These collectibles would be so sought after. And, I've heard so many horror stories of parents having thrown their kids' collections out and thrown out cards, and all of a sudden now they're skyrocketing. But you know, we live and learn. So this next set of cards are just some cards from my own personal collection that I really like. These were graded by GMA and GAI at various times, so you'll see some old labels. The first one is my 1978 Topps Vita Blue autograph. I actually got to meet Vita Blue, and he signed about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 cards for me. He signed quite a bit, actually. So I got to meet him in Oakland when I was living there. Great card, great guy, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's a pitcher, so Cy Young Award winner. So that's my Vita Blue GMA 6.5. That's a sweet card. I like that. Next, we have my favorite player of all in the NBA, Clyde Drexler. This is also an autograph card as well. I went to the Rose Garden, got to see a game, but it was well after Clyde Drexler had already switched teams and had moved on, left the NBA. But this is the 1990 Skybox Clyde Drexler card. It's GAI certified. It is a 7, and it is signed. Zip right there. So I met a collector who went to a lot of shows, not shows, I'm sorry, went to a lot of games, and he was always waiting to get the athletes to sign cards, and he got a bunch. He wasn't a Clyde Drexler collector. He just had them because he had met him. He had gone to a few games, so I bought them all from him. The next 3 cards are actually comic book cards, really great parts of my PC that I'm really, really happy and proud of. I was a very big Gargoyles fan, and I know that book, there's a new Gargoyles book, maybe volume 3. There's another Gargoyle 2 or 3 Gargoyles book that has come out. Pretty decent read, really good art. Again, it's backed by Craig. It's written by Greg Wiseman, who is also the creator and the writer on the series. And you might know Greg Wiseman because he also did the writing on Kanan, the Marvel Star Wars series. So this is from the Skybox Gargoyles card. This is Goliath Vows Revenge, GAI certified, signed by Greg Wiseman, and this came back a 7. Whoops, there we go. And this is just a really, really sweet card. I met Greg Wiseman at a con, and I just had him sign. Actually, I met him at 2 cons. I don't think about it. I had him sign the cards at one, and then once Kanan came out, I had him to sign my Kanan comics as well. The next one is one of the early female comic book artists in the industry. Her name is Trina Robbins. This is a great, great, beautiful golden age card of Wonder Woman. And I got this signed. Goodness gracious. Let's see. I got this signed 2006 in San Diego. And this is Trina Robbins on Wonder Woman. It's a beautiful card signed by, well, I said signed by, I mean, graded by GMA, and it came back an 8.5. Well, I like that. 8.5. That's a sweet card. Oops. There we go. There we go. That's pretty good. That's good. You'll have better pictures. Don't worry. And the last card from this series, again, if you saw my PGX unboxing, then you would have heard me talk about how I flew to Heroes Con one year, and I got a bunch of older guys to sign my book. And then I think it was a few years later, I met Gene Colan, and he signed a bunch of my stuff. And I actually ended up having this card randomly, didn't even know it. I was just going through some stuff and I found it. And then I took it into the show and had Gene Colan sign it. There's a lot of talk about the new Blade movie and all the things that's happening and all the restarts and cancellations and new people. But this is a sweet card. This is the Marvel sticker, 1976 sticker, signed by Gene Colan, and it is of Blade. And that came back a GAI 6. I started working, getting my stuff graded through GAI, and being at shows where they were and getting people to sign and then submitting them to GAI. I know they no longer exist, or I take that back. They stopped. Someone bought them. I met the new owner. I talked to them. He was recontinuing GAI, That was years ago. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing with GAI at this point, but I really like GAI. If I remember correctly, these guys were, I think the people that started GAI were originally at PSA. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was PSA. But anyway, great pieces to the collection. I like these last three, definitely the last two, with these two amazing legends, Gene Colan and Trina Robbins, are just, they're just outstanding cards. I have more of these cards, so if I ever see Trina Robbins again, I'll definitely get her to sign more cards. Anyway, thank you guys for sharing this time with me. Again, like, share, subscribe this video and any other comic book hit list video here on that you see here on Facebook. We appreciate your time. If you are interested in a mystery box, and again, some of these cards will be up for sale, and they will go into mystery boxes for those of you that get a mystery box. This would be a great X-Men mystery box. You get different X-Men titles. All the books are signed, of course, with COAs. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you for Degree Grading for communicating with me. And I do want to give you a heads up on Degree Grading. For me, they're kind of limited. They did not grade the thicker cards. So I had some thicker cards that either had a jersey or an autograph, not overly thick, but a little bit thicker than these. And they still didn't grade it. So I sent them really thick ones, they didn't grade it. Then I had to go submit smaller, thicker ones, they didn't grade it. And then I just had to submit a regular card for them to have graded, and they did. So I like the cases. I actually like the covers. I like the color here. The color is matching the color of the card, which I thought was pretty sick, actually. There's another company that does that, where they're doing their best to kind of match the color on the card with the border. I don't think it takes away from the card. Some people do. Some people don't like the CGC, the CGC labels where it has, you know, Spider-Man or X-Men or Daredevil or Captain America. I actually think that's pretty fun. I actually would like more companies to do things like that, because this is a hobby. The hobby is supposed to be fun. Let's make it attractive. To me, that's what it is. But I understand people have those opinions who are just solely collectors, and they're not worried about all that other stuff. So with that being said, Degree Grading, I appreciate it. They did a good job. I'm really happy with the product. The cases are very stern and very sturdy. I have to say that. Very sturdy cases. Very little jiggle around. I know they got to move a little bit, but very little jiggle around inside the card. I mean, inside the case. So I'm happy with that. So with that being said, thank you guys for joining me. Again, like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, please put your questions down in the comment section, or you can directly email us at comicbookhitlist@yahoo.com, and I appreciate your time. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy your collection. Keep reading, keep collecting, and remember, just collect what you enjoy collecting. Make sure you read it and do your own thing. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And one more time, let me out.